Hi, I'm Sarah Stonecipher, retail mentor to all of you out there who are looking to open a brick and mortar, or maybe you already have a brick and mortar and you're just looking to take it to the next level. Today we're going to be talking about how carrying handmade items in your store can help elevate your brand and your bottom line. Have you ever dreamed of opening your own clothing store? Would you love to be a larger part of your local community? Or maybe you already have an online shop but want to take the leap into a physical location. Well, join me as I pull back the curtain on all things brick and mortar. And don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on how to grow and thrive in your own retail storefront. So you can see here, this is one of my local makers. Clay is all the rage, and she does such a good job with all of her fun little designs. But more than that, we love to tell our customers about the maker. It is not just a great concept to carry handmade items. You have to tell your customers the story. One of the ways we do that is through our little maker signs. So we give the name, where they're making from, here is St. Pete, Florida, and a picture. That way, when customers are interacting with this display, they are seeing firsthand that this was handmade by an actual person. And let me tell you, Target jewelry has nothing on this. People are buying with their hearts more than ever. And when they do that, they're willing to pay more for individual items. So prior to 2020, I did not carry any handmade items in my store. After the last 2 years, I really wanted to give back to my community, and I started reaching out to local makers to see if it would make a difference for them and also for my storefront. And it has completely changed everything about my store, and that is not an understatement. Customers now come here specifically to get handmade items, either for themselves or as gifts, but also items that have a story behind them. We now carry brands from all over the world. We have fair trade. We have items that help give back to communities in Ecuador and Uganda. I'm telling you, when people walk in and they see that there is so much more than just a little cute store that's selling some jewelry, they connect with your brand, but also they're willing to pay more for all the products in your store, not just the jewelry. I never sold jewelry for over $24 before 2 years ago, and now we see people impulse buying $78 pieces of jewelry all the time at checkout because to them it's worth it, and it gets your entire sales up across the board. There's many ways you can find handmade items. One of my favorite is with faire.com. We've done a couple of other videos about different ways to get all sorts of products, and so I've talked a little bit about Faire on those videos, which we'll link. But Faire is so great because it is the largest platform to find wonderful handmade products. And not only do they sell handmade products, they tell you the maker's story on there as well. So if you wanted to do the entire backstory and not just their name and where they're from, you can find that on the homepage for the individual products. People love to hear that connection story, how it started, where it came from, the entire journey, and Faire gives that to you. They sell jewelry and gifting and clothing across the board. You can find it on there. Another way that you can find great handmade products in your own community is through great markets or crafting fairs, even on Instagram as well. There are so many ways you can connect with local makers and just approach them personally and say, hey, I have a store in town. I would love to feature your product. And with those local makers, you can bring them in and do meet and greets with your customers. There's so many ways you can connect the two, which just helps to elevate your brand. Again, getting your customer to spend more and come back on a more regular basis because they know what you're selling has meaning and heart. Third way you can find products is by going on Etsy. Etsy actually has a zip code filter when you're searching for items. So you can put your zip code into Etsy and it'll show you all the makers in your community that are selling on Etsy. You can contact them directly or contact them through their websites or Instagram and get them carrying in your store. It's such an amazing thing that has transformed my entire business. I really want to share this with you because I'm telling you, the heart that I feel inside my store has quadrupled since carrying these products, because you are just creating this amazing atmosphere for the makers, for you, and for your customers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I cannot wait to hear how this idea and concept has transformed your store. So be sure to give me your stories down below. Like I have said in other videos, it takes a village, and I want to be in this amazing retail journey together with you. Thank you so much, and don't forget to like and subscribe.